right, week 5 maybe wasn't the best show when it comes to the competitiveness of the UFL, but it does make power rankings very easy. So let's just jump right into it. At number 8 is the Arlington Renegades. They're still the only team without a win, and they played San Antonio well. It's just, again, they're the only team without a win. It's hard for me to put them any higher. I still think Luis Perez is a great quarterback and everything. Their defense is still solid, but again, until they get a win, they can't be put too much higher. Number 7 is Houston. They were at 6 last week. They're at 7 this week, mainly because they got absolutely handled by Birmingham. At least Memphis played Michigan somewhat close. This game between Houston and Birmingham was never close. Number 6 is Memphis. Again, they played Michigan well until the second half when pretty much Michigan just took over. Troy Williams looked all right, but it's just Memphis is one of those weird teams where they have a solid defense when their offense is going solid, but the offense hasn't been really solid since week 1. So yeah, they're sitting at 6. Number 5 is DC. What a train wreck of a game for DC. I mean, 4 turnovers. Jordan Tiamu threw 3 interceptions. He fumbled once. The defense was completely lost. Just all around, it was a ugly game for DC, and they're such a better team than that. But it's back to the consistency issue I have with Jordan Teamu. I think he can be a great quarterback in the UFL. I think they can bounce back. But I need that consistency to get there. And until then, they're going to probably stick around that 4 or 5 range. Number 4 is Michigan. Jake Bates finally played an outdoor game, and we saw that he has some things to work on. He missed 2 long kicks. They had the leg completely. It was the accuracy he needs to work on. I still have faith in him. Danny Edling played incredibly well against a Memphis defense that, like I said earlier, is a pretty solid defense, all things considered. Danny Edling played really well. Michigan's offense played really well. Their run game finally got going again. And when their run game is going at that high of a level, they are a tough team to beat. Number 3 is San Antonio. Only reason they're not higher is because St. Louis completely demolished DC. But I like San Antonio still. Still think they're a really solid team. They're going to be a fun team to watch the remainder of the season. Overall, I think they're just fine with their backup quarterback. I was expecting it to kind of hinder their style of play, but their defense has stepped up since then. Their offense is still going pretty fine and really well. So San Antonio's at 3. 2 is St. Louis. Their defense played incredibly above expectations this past week. And the offense is still the St. Louis offense. They're still an incredible team. A very tough team to go against. And they have a good chunk of home games left on this season. So it's going to be interesting to see how they can finish. They played DC again in about 3 weeks. That is a game I have circled alongside the game against Birmingham in about 2 weeks. So St. Louis, they're going to have a pretty tough stretch coming up, but I think they'll be just fine. They're sitting at number 2. And number 1 is Birmingham. Give Adrian Martinez the full-time start already. I know they like that 2 QB system, and most likely we'll be seeing Matt Corral next week. But when Adrian Martinez is behind center, they are a completely different team. They're a completely more powerful team. The red zone issues didn't really exist last week. They were 3 for 5 for touchdowns. Adrian Martinez ran for 140 yards, which is more than some of the teams in the bottom 4 of the league passed for last week. Adrian Martinez should be the full-time starter. Their defense is completely fine. I thought maybe the losing of Scooby Wright would impact it a little bit. They looked even better, if anything. Birmingham is a powerhouse. They're going to be the team to beat for anyone in this league. So I really like Birmingham, especially if Adrian Martinez is behind center. The only way I see them losing is they have a Matt Corral behind center game and he just doesn't perform up to expectations. With all that being said, again, the top 4 teams, really the top 3 teams, I feel like are set in stone for the rest of the season. But let me know your power rankings down below. Leave a like, subscribe, do all that. I'll see you all next time. Have yourselves a damn good one.